And you may remember those teen takeovers, specifically one that happened in Streeterville a couple of weeks ago where a 15-year-old was shot. Chicago police now say they've arrested a 14-year-old in connection with that shooting.
Here's some of the video from that night. This update is coming as police are trying to looking for new ways to prevent that trouble. They're restricting ride shares downtown when they think that large groups will be gathering. And aldermen are also talking about changing the downtown curfew. That's on the agenda tomorrow. Our political reporter Marianne Ahern is here with more on this big talker everywhere. Marianne.
Yeah, absolutely. Good afternoon to both of you. This past weekend, the city says it did prevent 2 of 3 planned takeovers by teens using a variety of tactics, including this new tool, geofencing. With Chicago police approval, Uber and Lyft sends notifications restricting riders from entering a zone the police are watching closely. The rider can skip the warning, but as for that curfew, the mayor is not a yes just yet. But Alderman Brian Hopkins, he's not giving up.
A 14-year-old shot a 15-year-old on the streets of downtown. I don't see how anyone could hear that and not realize we must act.
Teen takeovers like this one a little over 2 weeks ago has had Mayor Brandon Johnson and Chicago police strategizing to prevent future incidents. Besides a much larger police presence that was seen this past weekend in locations teens plan to gather at, this past Friday night, there were rideshare restrictions, warning riders not to come downtown.
We try to explore every avenue. There are times where we look at geofencing.
Geofencing, you can see from this post on Reddit, blocks off streets from dropping off rideshare customers. And it's impacting those who may be innocently traveling into downtown as well as potential troublemakers.
If you're going to dinner in the middle of a teen trend, you probably don't want your Uber to drive in the middle of it. The rideshare companies do have the ability to geofence, and upon request from the Chicago Police Department, they have in the past said, shut down this particular area. We've seen in some of these trends SUVs pulling up with as many as 15 kids packed into it. They pull up, the doors open, and everybody bails out.
Alderman Brian Hopkins is also looking for a curfew vote tomorrow at City Council, moving it from 10 p.m. to 8 p.m. Mayor Johnson is not yet supportive.
If you're only targeting a particular area, I believe and I see a scenario in which that just simply pushes the challenge elsewhere.
Other cities like St. Louis, they have put in place earlier curfews and say they've been effective. Critics, however, say more resources are needed, more spaces for young people, not more restrictions.
Really quick, you showed that area is basically the whole loop that was restricted that time. Is that going to be what it's like every time?
Well, we're going to have to wait and see what they do. But that is during the time of the possible takeover. That is when they did the restriction. And someone asking for a ride could skip it.
That. Okay.
It is a warning.
All right. We'll see what happens. Thanks, Marianne. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Marianne.